Okay, now before we start, see, I don't believe in diet mentality, and the more you try to restrict yourself, I need to do this, I need to do that, it is fueling deprivation. I want you to do something which will last you forever. I want you to have an identity shift, and this can happen in a matter of 12 to 14 days. Okay, because once your brain gets used to knowing that something is possible, it's like it will be like fire, it will spread like fire. Okay, so what people will always ask me, my agenda for you, like for me, I recommend intermittent fasting because that's what serves me and that's what works for me. But you can apply any plan, any meal plan, whatever you think serves you, paleo, keto, whatever you want to try. You can do it with the planning and assessing work. You can apply that as well. But this is what I recommend. Okay, what should we not eat? That's what, like, what can I eat, what can I not, because these are like, people first want me to tell them what should they eat and what should they not eat. We already know, most of them already know, they have some idea about what I should be eating and what is good, what is not good. Okay, and that's why we keep on killing ourselves internally the moment we eat it, right? So you can eat whatever you want, remember that, because what is going to happen is that it's not about what I eat, what you don't eat. What I coach you on is on the mind work. Okay, and this is just some things which I do, which I can, like, just recommend or offer you. You can try it, but my actual work is on mind work. Okay, so when you're trying to lose weight, these are just the this is just the framework that you will stick to. The work is in the moment when you want to not eat that, where your plan is to do this but you want to do that, how to continue doing what you planned. That's where the work is, and that's where I will coach you maximum on. Okay, but you need to know these things so that you get there faster, you lose weight faster. Because once you're trying to, like, put yourself with a goal, you are like bringing out all the negative emotions, because all this while we were coping with our negative emotions with food. Okay, that was our coping mechanism, and when you stop giving yourself that food, all the negative shit will come out, and that's what I will let you know what to do with it. Okay, so what do we not eat? Once and for all, I'm not going to have this discussion ever again with any one of you. No flour, no sugar, no trans fats, no snacking. That's it. Okay, so no flour, no no wheat flour, no rice flour, no gram flour, no oats flour, anything which is ground into a powder or made into something granular, that is not okay. The reason behind it is, you take a wheat berry, you can have a whole wheat berry, the amount of husk on it, the fiber on it, that is an antidote. Sugar is a chronic dose dependent hepatotoxin. Okay, so when it is just given to you that way, like in the form of granular, like not from sugarcane, but not from sugarcane juice, not as like powder or like anything which is like not sugarcane, it has no fiber in it. When there is no fiber, because nobody knows the value of fiber till date, like it is not placed in anywhere, like it does not belong to macronutrient, it does not belong to micronutrients, you can't place it anywhere. But people know now that fiber is good. There is something to do with fiber that is amazing. So fiber, what they know is fiber is like an antidote to this chronic dose dependent hepatotoxin, which is sugar. So when you have a fruit like a mango which has flour, okay, you have that, and you have powdered sugar or cola, Okay, there is fiber in mango, there is antioxidants in mango. Okay, there is nothing in a cola, right? So okay, another sweet fruit like banana. Okay, oh my god, I can't even tell you, banana is a superfood. Take another one, rasgulla or a gulab jamun. It's empty calories and it produces such a high insulin response. And once you get fat adapted, it will, like, and you introduce a sugar based thing that you used to love, it literally, like, you know, it has this burning sensation in your throat. Like, that's the response in my body to sugar. Okay, so that's what sugar does. You can have anything which is not processed, which is not ground, which is not refined. So therefore, no wheat flour, no rice flour, no gram flour. Like in Indian cooking, we will process and we will grind everything and try to make it into something amazing. Potatoes you can mash, that's fine, because you're not like killing the fiber, you're still having the fiber with it, it's fine. It will produce, and when you're having the intermittent fasting protocol, you can have everything in it. You can have your fats, just not trans fats. No trans fat. Trans fat means when you're deep frying things. You can have your oils. So whenever you're putting tadka, use little oil and you put later on ghee on top of it, so that, you know, your oil is not burnt. The oil should not be burnt. The burnt oil is toxic. It is like causing atherosclerosis. Sugar is toxic because that also produces a inflammatory response in your blood vessels. Can you imagine that? I did not know that as a physician, that sugar is actually producing an inflammatory response in our brain, for God's sake. Anyway, okay, so no sugar, of course. Anything which is sugar put in it, you can't have that. And no snacking, nothing. Snacking is an emotional event, period. Okay, there is nothing good that can come out of snacking. The only people who should snack are children who are running around, because they actually need that sort of food and that much level of meals which come up, because otherwise they will just burn, because they do so much, they need energy. We don't need, we barely, our metabolism actually has, you know, as we grow older, our metabolism comes slower and it becomes low. Okay, so no flour, no sugar, no trans fat, no snacking. And in the next video, I'll talk about what you can eat. Okay, so remember these things.